Mr. Udit Prakash Rai was arrested in Delhi on Tuesday, the 18th of August, in an alleged corruption case linked to the Delhi Jal Board. Rai, a former CEO of the Delhi Jal Board, was among 6 people arrested by the Delhi Anti-Corruption Branch. The case involves alleged irregularities in the tender process for upgrading and expanding sewage treatment plants. Investigators allege that tender conditions were manipulated to favor a private company by limiting competition. They also claim that money was routed through intermediary companies and that Rai received around rupees 1.52 crore, with part of the money allegedly used to buy property. The arrest followed questioning of the accused on Tuesday. The anti-corruption branch is continuing its investigation into the alleged tender manipulation and money trial. Rai had previously served in the Mizoram government, including as Secretary of the Department of Personnel and Administrative Reforms. The allegations have not yet been proven in court. Mizoram has received a major sporting achievement, with hockey star Lalremsiamihmar being selected for the prestigious Arjuna Award 2025. The Union Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports announced the selection yesterday. Lalremsiami is said to become the first and only Mizo to receive the Arjuna Award. A total of 17 sportspersons have been selected for the award this year. The honor also comes with a cash prize of rupees 15 lakhs. For Mizoram, the recognition marks an important moment for hockey and for a player who has represented the state and India at the highest level. Mizoram is stepping up efforts to establish its own oil depot as the state continues to face problems with fuel and LPG supplies. Chief Minister Pulel Duama held a meeting on Tuesday, the 18th of August, at the Chief Minister's Conference Hall with Food, Civil Supplies and Consumer Affairs Minister Pu Bilal Sanzava, Chief Secretary Mr. Kiliram Meena, senior officials and representatives of the All Mizoram Petroleum Dealers Association. The government has already identified possible land for the proposed depot and is discussing the next step with Indian Oil Corporation Limited or IOCL. Officials have also been asked to study how oil depots operate in neighboring states. The government is considering approaching the Central Ministry and the Northeastern Council to speed up the process. The estimated cost of the proposed depot is around rupees 930 crore. Meanwhile, IOCL has launched its new 16.3 kg Extra Light Now LPG cylinder in Mizoram. The lighter cylinder allows users to see the amount of LPG remaining inside. The first cylinder will cost rupees 4,900, while other refills are expected to cost around rupees 1,800. Consumers are expected to receive the cylinder within about 3 hours of booking. The government hopes the new option will help ease LPG supply problems in the state. The political battle over Chief Minister Pulel Duama's remark on the Mizoram Peace Accord and the Inner Line Permit is still ongoing, with the MNF now planning further action. The MNF National Executive, led by Party President Mizoram Thanga, met on Tuesday, the 18th of August, at Vivacon Cultural Center and Auditorium. The party said the Chief Minister's remarks were incorrect and harmful to the Mizo community. The MNF had earlier demanded that Pulel Duama withdraw his remarks and apologize to the people before the 15th of August. Since that deadline has passed without an apology, the National Executive has now decided that the party should take further action as necessary. The party also criticized the ZPM government over schools upgraded during the previous MNF government, alleging that their status has not been properly maintained. The Mizoram government has moved to make school provincialization easier, a decision that could affect many teachers and schools across the state. The Council of Ministers, chaired by Chief Minister Pulel Duama, approved the proposal on Tuesday, the 18th of August. The Cabinet agreed to review existing conditions for provincialization and consider relaxing the rules so that more schools can qualify. The government will first examine the financial implications before taking the matter up again. The decision comes after the Mizoram government ad-hoc-aided High School Teachers Association welcomed the Chief Minister's earlier assurance that provincialization would be pursued. The teachers said the latest decision had brought renewed hope after years of waiting. The move could also help resolve the recent dispute over the status of ad-hoc-aided high schools, which led to protests and temporary school closures across Mizoram. The Sertip District Administration has warned that legal action could be taken against contractors if the quality of ongoing National Highway 02 work does not improve. Deputy Commissioner Paul L. Khuma said on Tuesday that the administration was unhappy with work being carried out by KRAM Infracon Private Limited under the National Highways and Infrastructure Development Corporation Limited. During inspections, officials reportedly found poor quality stones being used at some locations. The Deputy Commissioner said an inspection team along with the Mizoram Journalists Association had stopped 5 truckloads of material because of concerns over its quality. A legal team has now been formed to take action wherever necessary. The administration has made it clear that road construction must meet the required standard, particularly on a major highway used by thousands of people. The Mizoram Cabinet has approved the creation of the Mizoram Development Finance Corporation, fulfilling a commitment made in the ZPM election manifesto. The proposed corporation will function as an independent body and is intended to make loans more accessible to beneficiaries of the government's Banakay handholding program and local entrepreneurs. An interim committee will first be formed to work out the details needed to establish the corporation. The Cabinet also approved amendments to the Mizoram Shops and Establishment Act and the Mizoram Medical Council Act, along with related rules. It also approved the legal framework required for implementing the center's proposed Viksit Bharat Guarantee for Rozgar and Ajivika Mission Gramin, known as VBG Ramji, which is intended to replace MGNREGA. The government says the new development finance body could make it easier for entrepreneurs and beneficiaries to access funding for their livelihoods and businesses. Nalzol village in Mamit district, one of Mizoram's major oil palm producing areas, is facing a serious road problem that is making it difficult for farmers to transport their produce. The village has 202 households, of which 65 grow oil palm. At present, 52 families are actively harvesting the crop, but farmers have to travel around 8 kilometers to reach the national highway, and the poor condition of the connecting road is making transportation difficult. Some farmers reportedly have to wait as long as 2 days to move their produce. In 2025 to 2026, Nazol produced more than 1,800 metric tons of oil palm, earning around Rs 2.70 crore. This year's produce is expected to cross 2,000 metric tons, with earnings projected to exceed Rs 3 crore. For farmers, better road connectivity is now becoming just as important as increasing production. The Central Young Mizo Association has raised concerns over the ongoing special intensive revision of Mizoram's electoral rolls. CYMA leaders met election officials in Mamit on Tuesday and urged booth-level officers, assistant electoral registration officers, and electoral registration officers to ensure that people who are not genuine Indian citizens are not included in the voter list. CYMA General Secretary Professor Lilsom Liana said the organization would support election officials if they face difficulties while carrying out the revision. The YMA also raised concerns about people in border villages and some communities who may have incomplete or inadequate documents. It asked the local YMA groups be informed whenever hearings are held in areas where there is no established YMA presence. The electoral roll revision remains a sensitive issue in Mizoram, particularly in areas close to the state's international borders. The Mizoram Gorkha Youth Association has marked 50 years of service with its Golden Jubilee celebration in Aizawl. The association was established on the 18th of August 1976 at Katla and now has 17 branches across Mizoram. Chief Minister Pulil Duoma said the Gorkha community has played an important role in the development of Mizoram and stood with the state during difficult periods, including the conflict that began in 1966. He said the government would continue working for the welfare of minority communities and encourage Gorkha youth to take the greater role in community leadership. Central YMA President Pu Arlan Ngeta said around 8,000 Gorkha currently live in Mizoram. The Golden Jubilee therefore marked not only 50 years of the Youth Association, but also the long contribution of the Gorkha community in Mizoram. The dispute over garbage dumping near the Riang Vaite Cemetery in Lunglei continues to grow, with more civil society groups now supporting calls for action. Tlabung Village Council and YMA have now backed the complaint filed by CESJ. They pointed out that the dumping site is beside National Highway 302, a busy route used daily by passengers and goods vehicles. They said burning and dumping waste along the roadside creates problems for travelers and nearby residents, particularly because smoke and the smell of waste can affect the area. The group have urged authorities to identify those responsible for the waste disposal and take action under the law. And that is all for now. Thank you for watching.